Ajor Job Initiative in Uttar Pradesh. 3. Z Uttar Pradesh Board to introduce vocational education. 3. Z Uttar Pradesh new social media policy. 4. Z scholarship to students of Sanskrit schools. 4. Z relief and rehabilitation fund for Wayanad. 4. Z Uttar Pradesh aims to attract more tourists by 2028. 5. Z SLCR project in Varanasi. 6. Z Janmashtami in Uttar Pradesh. 6. Z UPRERA halts 400 projects over missing land records. 7. Z scheme to promote entrepreneurship among youth. 7. Z resolution of issues in NH projects. 7. Z toll-free number for Vidya Samiksha Kendras. 8. Z Uttar Pradesh to commemorate partition horrors. 9. ZUP targets 5-fold growth in tourism by 2028. 9. Z Uttar Pradesh to launch agriculture business project. 10. Z reactivation of anti-Romeo squads in Uttar Pradesh. 10. ZNGT imposes fine for dumping solid waste. 10. Z Ayodhya becomes a model solar city. 11. Z Uttar Pradesh gets permission for new medical colleges. 12. Z Uttar Pradesh Assembly passes Love Jihad law. 12. Z Uttar Pradesh to set up logistics clusters. 13 State PCSCA consolidation August 2024. 3. Note: www.drishtias.com. Major job initiative in Uttar Pradesh. Why in news? Recently, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister declared that the state government will provide 2 lakh jobs to youth over the next 2 years. Key points: 3/4 The Chief Minister distributed appointment letters to more than 5,000 youths during a district-level employment and loan fair in Muzaffarnagar. He also distributed loans exceeding 30 crore rupees to selected beneficiaries and micro, small and medium enterprises, MSME, entrepreneurs, with an aim to empower them to grow their businesses and bolster the local economy. Tablets and smartphones were distributed to over 1,000 youths under the Swami Vivekanand Yuva Sashaktikaran Yojana. Also announced that recruitment for more than 60,000 police positions. Swami Vivekanand Youth Empowerment Scheme 3/4 Under the scheme, students enrolled in various teaching, training programs of higher educational institutions, graduate, postgraduate, diploma, skill development, paramedical and nursing students etc. will get the benefit of this scheme. 3/4 The state government will distribute tablets, smartphones to the students through their respective university, college, institute. 3/4 The devices will help in spreading awareness about the various developmental schemes and programs of the government among the students. Uttar Pradesh Board to introduce vocational education. Why in news? According to the sources, the schools recognized by the Uttar Pradesh Board are preparing to incorporate vocational education from class 6 onwards. Key points: 3/4 The primary aim is to provide students with crucial skills across different vocational subjects by the time they reach class 12, enabling them to then venture into entrepreneurial pursuits on their own. 3/4 The transformative change is being implemented under the new Education Policy, NEP, 2020 and the National Curriculum Framework, NCF, with the most significant alterations occurring in the realm of vocational education. The curriculum will cover a wide array of subjects, including cookery, confectionery, beekeeping, nursery management, food preservation, fruit preservation, and crop protection, all of which involve working with living organisms. In the machinery category, students will have the opportunity to explore subjects like automobile engineering, plumbing, electrical work, solar system installation, mobile repairing, textile design, photography, garment design and decoration, stenography, typing, printing, radio and television technology. The service provider category will offer courses in healthcare, retail business, security, disaster management, library science, washing and dyeing, banking, accountancy, tourism, and hospitality. 3/4 From class 6 to 10, students will receive foundational education in these subjects, and in class 11 and 12, they will specialize in one of these areas. The vocational subject offerings include 31 subjects up to high school and 44 subjects in intermediate. The syllabus for these subjects is being developed at the NCERT level. National Curriculum Framework. 3/4 About NCF is one of the key components of the new education policy, NEP 2020, that enables and energizes this transformation, informed by the aims, principles, and approach of NEP 2020. The NCF has undergone 4 revisions in the past, in 1975, 1988, 2000, and 2005. The proposed revision, if implemented, would be the 5th iteration of the framework. 4 State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024. Note: www.drishtias.com. 3/4 4 sections of NCF: NCF for school education, NCF say, NCF for early childhood care and education, foundational stage, NCF for teacher education. NCF for adult education 3/4 objective. It aims to help in positively transforming the school education system of India as envisioned in NEP 2020, through corresponding positive changes in the curriculum including pedagogy. It aims to realize the highest quality education for all children, consistent with realizing an equitable, inclusive, and plural society as envisaged by the Constitution of India. Uttar Pradesh new social media policy. Why in news? Recently, the Uttar Pradesh cabinet approved a new social media policy, aimed at regulating content across platforms including Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Key points. 3/4 According to the policy, social media influencers can earn up to 8 lakh rupees per month by sharing the government's schemes and initiatives on their platforms. The residents of the state who are residing in different parts of the country and abroad will be ensured to get employment in large numbers. 3/4 According to the sources, for listing, each of X, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube has been divided into 4 categories based on subscribers and followers. The category-wise maximum payout limit for payments to account holders or operators or influencers of X, Facebook, Instagram has been fixed at 5 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees and 2 lakh rupees per month respectively. The category-wise maximum payout limit for videos, shorts, podcast payments on YouTube has been fixed at 8 lakh rupees, 7 lakh rupees, 6 lakh rupees and 4 lakh rupees per month, respectively. 3/4 The government has listed a digital agency, VForm, to handle advertisements. It will be responsible for showcasing videos, tweets, posts, and reels. 3/4 The policy also introduces guidelines for addressing objectionable social media content. Action will be taken for anti-national, anti-social, fake news or inflammatory content posted on social media. Scholarship to students of Sanskrit schools. Why in news? Recently, the Uttar Pradesh government has decided to give scholarships to all students studying in over 500 Sanskrit schools in the state. Key points. 3/4 The state also removed the condition that their family income should be less than 50,000 rupees annually. 3/4 Under this new scheme, a scholarship of 50 rupees per month will be given to the children of class 6 and 7, and 75 rupees to the children of class 8. The students of classes 9 and 10 will get 100 rupees per month and those studying in classes 11 and 12 will be given 200 rupees. Relief and Rehabilitation Fund for Wayanad. Why in news? Recently, the Uttar Pradesh government has sanctioned 10 crore rupees for the Kerala government to support relief and rehabilitation efforts in the landslide affected Wayanad district. Key points. 3/4 The Wayanad district of Kerala experienced a devastating landslide disaster in early July 2024 due to heavy rainfall and fragile ecological conditions. 3/4 The landslides in Churalmala and Mundakai villages killed at least 144 people and injured 197, after the district received over 140 millimeters of rain in 24 hours, saturating the soil and weakening its binding to the underlying hard rocks. State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024 5. Note: www.drishtias.com. Landslides. 3/4 About. A landslide is the downward movement of rock, soil, and debris on a slope, ranging from small shifts to large, destructive events. It can occur on natural or man-made slopes and is triggered by factors like heavy rainfall, earthquakes, volcanic activity, human activities, and changes in groundwater levels. 3/4 Government initiatives to mitigate landslide risks in India. National Landslide Risk Management Strategy, 2019, National Landslide Risk Management Strategy, 2019, is a comprehensive strategy addressing hazard mapping, monitoring, early warning systems, awareness programs, capacity building, policies, and stabilization measures. Landslide Risk Mitigation Scheme (LRMS), Landslide Risk Mitigation Scheme (LRMS), under preparation, aims to provide financial support for tailored landslide mitigation projects in vulnerable states, focusing on disaster prevention, mitigation strategies, and research and development for monitoring critical landslides. This initiative will contribute to the establishment of an early warning system (EWS) and enhance capacity building efforts. Flood Risk Mitigation Scheme (FRMS), Flood Risk Mitigation Scheme (FRMS), for developing flood shelters, river basin specific early warning systems, and digital elevation maps for flood preparedness and evacuation. National Guidelines on Landslides and Snow Avalanches, Guidelines by National Disaster Management Authority (NDMA), covering hazard assessment, risk management, structural and non-structural measures, institutional mechanisms, financial arrangements, and community participation. Landslide Atlas of India. It is a detailed resource that documents landslide events in the country's vulnerable areas and includes damage assessments for certain sites. Developed by the National Remote Sensing Centre (NRSC) under Indian Space Research Organisation (ISRO), it offers important information and insights related to landslides in India. Uttar Pradesh aims to attract more tourists by 2028. Why in news? According to the sources, Uttar Pradesh is set to become a premier tourism destination in India, with an ambitious goal of attracting 80 crore tourists by the year 2028. Key points: 3/4 Uttar Pradesh saw a surge in tourist numbers, from 23 crore in 2016-17 to 48 crore in 2023-24, a growth of 51%. 3/4 The state government is developing 12 new tourism circuits across the state to enhance and promote key locations. 12 new tourism circuits are Ramayana Circuit, Sufi Kabir Circuit, Bundelkhand Circuit, Jan Circuit, Krishna Braj Circuit, Shakti Peeth Circuit, Mahabharat Circuit, Wildlife and Eco-Tourism Circuit, Swatantrata Sangram Circuit, Adhyatmik Circuit, Buddhist Circuit and Craft Circuit. 3/4 efforts are being made to improve local infrastructure and accommodation options to cater to the growing number of tourists. 3/4 The state is focusing on spiritual tourism, with many devotees visiting religious sites such as Ayodhya, Kashi, Mathura, Naimisharanya, and Prayagraj. 3/4 The Chief Minister has emphasized the need to promote tourism alongside industrial development, leveraging the state's cultural and spiritual assets like the Taj Mahal and Ram Mandir to boost the tourism sector's contribution. Important fairs of Uttar Pradesh. 3/4 Taj Mahotsav. It is a vibrant 10-day festival held annually at Shilpgram in Agra. This celebration draws inspiration from the rich Mughal and Nawabi culture that thrived in Uttar Pradesh during the 18th and 19th centuries. 3/4 Kumbh Mela. It is one of the largest religious gatherings in the world, celebrated by Hindus. 6th State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024. Note: www.drishtias.com. The festival is held at Prayagraj, Haridwar, Ujjain and Nasik every 4 years by rotation. Pilgrims gather to bathe in the sacred rivers Ganges, Yamuna, Saraswati, Godavari, and Shipra, seeking spiritual purification. 3/4 Ganga Mahotsav. The Ganges river is very important to India and has supported many civilizations along its banks. A festival is celebrated in Varanasi during the Kartik month to thank the river goddess for her blessings and to ask for more. The ghats are decorated with lights and flowers, and on Kartik Purnima, people gather by the river to light and float earthen lamps. SLCR project in Varanasi. Why in news? Recently, the Green Strategic Partnership between the governments of India and Denmark has facilitated major cooperation, resulting in the establishment of the Smart Laboratory on Clean Rivers, SLCR, in Varanasi. Key points: 3/4 It is a unique tripartite initiative between the Government of India, Department of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, the Indian Institute of Technology, Banaras Hindu University, IIT Bhu, and Government of Denmark, to bring excellence in small river rejuvenation and management. 3/4 The SLCR seeks to restore the Varuna River using sustainable methods. Its goals include establishing a collaborative platform for government agencies, academic institutions, and local communities to exchange knowledge and devise solutions for maintaining clean river water. The initiative includes a hybrid lab model at IIT BHU and a living lab on the Varuna River to test and scale solutions in real-world environments. 3/4 The Indo-Danish Joint Steering Committee (JSC) is the highest forum for SLCR which provides strategic guidance and reviews progress. 3/4 The Project Review Committee (PRC), with members from National Mission on Clean Ganga (NMCG). Central Water Commission (CWC), Central Groundwater Board (CGWB), IIT BU and Denmark's Urban Sector Councillor will oversee quality control at project level. 4 projects to be taken up under the collaboration. These are: the first project involves creating a decision support system (DSS) for water management, designed to analyze basin water dynamics using hydrological models, scenario generation, forecasting, and data analytics. The second project focuses on the characterization of emerging pollutants and fingerprint analysis. It will use advanced analytical techniques, such as chromatography and mass spectrometry, to identify and quantify contaminants. The hydrogeological model of the Varuna Basin for recharge sites will be the fourth project. It aims to enhance base flow through managed aquifer recharge (MAR). Varuna River. 3/4 It is a minor tributary of the Ganga River. It rises from Phulpur town in the Prayagraj district. It flows into the Ganges River near Sarai Mohana village in the Varanasi district. 3/4 The name, Varanasi, district is derived from the names of two rivers, Varuna and Assi rivers. Janmashtami in Uttar Pradesh. Why in news? Uttar Pradesh is underway with Janmashtami celebrations, particularly in Ayodhya and Vrindavan, where devotees are visiting temples and shopping for the festival. State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024-7. Note: www.drishtias.com. Key points: 3/4 Krishna Janmashtami, also called Gokulashtami or Shri Krishna Jayanti, is a major Hindu festival celebrating the birth of Lord Krishna, the eighth avatar of Vishnu. 3/4 Krishna Janmashtami is celebrated on the Ashtami, 8th day, of Krishna Paksha in the Bhadrapada month of the lunisolar Hindu calendar, usually in August or September. 3/4 One of the key highlights of Janmashtami is the Dahi Handi event. UPRERA halts 400 projects over missing land records. Why in news? The Uttar Pradesh Real Estate Regulatory Authority, UPRERA, has suspended around 400 projects on its portal because the developers failed to upload necessary land records, maps, or both. 3/4 Many of these projects are located in the National Capital Region, NCR. Key points: 3/4 Reason for action. Despite repeated notices since 2018, many promoters did not comply with the requirement to upload these documents. 3/4 Objective. The decision aims to protect allottees from potential fraud by ensuring they are aware of the status of these projects before investing. 3/4 Current compliance. Only 57 out of the 400 projects have provided the necessary explanations or documents. 3/4 Future steps. Promoters are warned to upload the required documents promptly, or face strict punitive actions. Real Estate, Regulation and Development Act 2016. The Real Estate, Regulation and Development Act 2016 is an act of the Parliament of India which seeks to protect home buyers as well as help boost investments in the real estate industry. 3/4 The act came into force from the 1st of May 2016. 3/4 Objective. To establish the Real Estate Regulatory Authority for regulation and promotion of the real estate sector. To ensure transparency in projects. To protect the interest of consumers in the real estate sector and to establish an adjudicating mechanism for speedy dispute redressal. To provide proper information about the builder. Give advice to the government on how to develop and promote the real estate sector. Scheme to promote entrepreneurship among youth. Why in news? Recently, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister announced the launch of a new initiative, the Mukhyamantri Yuva Udyam Vikas Abhiyan Yojana, aimed at empowering youth. Key points: 3/4 Under the scheme, financial support will be provided to young individuals interested in entrepreneurship, with a target of establishing 1 million micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSME, units across the state. Over 16.2 million young people have secured employment through investments made in the state. 62 lakh youth have been connected with self-employment opportunities by leveraging both central and state government schemes. To further boost entrepreneurship, a dedicated startup fund has been established to finance new ventures. Resolution of issues in NH projects. Why in news? In an official statement, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath assured the centre of timely resolution of any issues in the execution of national highway projects in the state. 8 State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024. Note: www.drishtias.com. Key points. 3/4 The departmental land will be provided free of charge for the expansion of national highways in Uttar Pradesh. The process of land acquisition and compensation distribution would be completed within the stipulated time. 3/4 The CM also emphasized the need to complete projects related to the Mahakumbh, which will be held in 2025. Mahakumbh. 3/4 Kumbh Mela comes under United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. 3/4 It is the largest peaceful congregation of pilgrims on earth, during which participants bathe or take a dip in a sacred river. It takes place on the banks of the Godavari River in Nashik, the Shipra River in Ujjain, the Ganges in Haridwar, and the confluence of the Ganges, Yamuna, and the mythical Saraswati River in Prayagraj. The confluence is referred to as the Sangam. 3/4 As it is held in 4 different cities in India, it involves different social and cultural activities, making this a culturally diverse festival. 3/4 The over-month-long fair is marked by the construction of a massive tented township, complete with cottages, huts, platforms, civic facilities, administrative and security measures. It is organized immaculately by the government, the local authorities and the police. 3/4 The Mela is especially renowned for the presence of an extraordinary array of religious ascetics enticed from remote hideaways in forests, mountains and caves. Toll-free number for Vidya Samiksha Kendras. Why in news? According to the sources, the Uttar Pradesh government is set to implement a toll-free number system for the Vidya Samiksha Kendras as part of its efforts to improve the quality of education. Key points. 3/4 This toll-free line will act as a platform for gathering feedback, addressing concerns, and resolving school education inquiries from parents, students, and teachers. It will use interactive voice response (IVR) technology to address various educational concerns. 3/4 This initiative is anticipated to increase public involvement and bolster the education system in order to support students at the primary, upper primary, and composite school levels across the state. Additionally, all Vidya Samiksha Kendras will be incorporated into this process. Vidya Samiksha Kendras, VSKs. 3/4 About VSK is aimed at leveraging data and technology to bring a big leap in learning outcomes. This will cover data of more than 15 lakh schools, 96 lakh teachers and 26 crore students and analyze them meaningfully using big data analysis, artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning in order to enhance the overall monitoring of the education system and thereby improving learning outcomes. 3/4 Objectives: to monitor the real-time status of various projects, activities under the ambit of Samagra Shiksha. To keep track of enrolled students including learning outcomes, dropouts, support required by teachers in schools, etc. To monitor and track field-level academic and non-academic activities at state level and also empower administrators and teachers in the field to take data-driven decisions. To set up a centralized help desk for grievance redressal mechanisms for stakeholders of the school ecosystem. To identify and analyze improvement areas for decision-making and implementation that needs urgent attention. State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024. 9. Note: www.drishtias.com. Uttar Pradesh to commemorate partition horrors. Why in news? According to the sources, the Uttar Pradesh government is preparing to observe Partition Horrors Remembrance Day on the 14th of August 2024. Key points: 3/4 In order to pay tribute to those who lost their lives during the partition of India, it has been decided to commemorate the Partition Horrors Memorial Day. 3/4 It serves as a powerful reminder to eliminate discrimination, animosity, and ill will, while also inspiring unity, social harmony, and the empowerment of humanity. 3/4 On this occasion, the state government will organize various events and programs across the 75 districts of the state. Films and documentaries related to the partition will be screened in schools, colleges, and universities, as well as at the exhibition site. Students of various educational institutions will be taken on a tour of these exhibitions and they should be made aware of this historical event. Partition of India. The partition of India in 1947 was a pivotal moment in South Asian history, leading to the division of British India into two independent countries, India and Pakistan. This separation was based on religious distinctions, with India emerging as a predominantly Hindu nation and Pakistan being established as a separate homeland for Muslims. The partition was a response to escalating religious tensions and the demands for distinct nations. The process was characterized by widespread violence and mass migrations, as millions of people moved between the two newly formed nations. The partition triggered one of the largest and most tragic human migrations in history, accompanied by communal riots and interreligious conflict. The legacy of the partition continues to influence the region, with ongoing tensions between India and Pakistan, especially over the contested region of Kashmir. UP targets five-fold growth in tourism by 2028. Why in news? According to the sources, the Uttar Pradesh government is revitalizing tourist destinations and infrastructure, with the goal of increasing tourism five-fold by 2028. The target is to achieve a gross value added, GVA, of 70,000 crore rupees and attract 80 crore tourists. Key points. The state government has been concentrating on revitalizing tourist destinations and enhancing transport infrastructure over the past 7.5 years to boost tourism in the state. This initiative has resulted in a substantial rise in tourist footfall, with over 48 crore visitors opting to discover the captivating beauty of Uttar Pradesh in 2023. Tourism has surged in cities of spiritual importance, such as Kashi, Ayodhya, Mathura, Chitrakoot, Prayagraj, Naimisharanya, and Gorakhpur. The government is improving top-notch infrastructure in these cities and motivating tourists to discover various destinations. The One District, One Product (ODOP) initiative is vital in showcasing local products to travelers. The government is also concentrating on increasing the accessibility of hotels, guest houses, and homestay. Simultaneously, they are planning to revitalize government-operated tourist and Rahi bungalows to cater to the rising number of tourists. 10 State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024. Note: www.drishtias.com. One District One Product (ODOP) Initiative. ODOP is an initiative to boost economic growth at the district level by promoting and branding one product from each district of the country. The idea is to leverage the local potential, resources, skills, and culture of each district and create a unique identity for them in the domestic and international markets. The concept of ODOP was first launched by the Uttar Pradesh government in January 2018. Over 1,000 products have been selected from all 761 districts in the country. The initiative covers a wide range of sectors, including textiles, agriculture, processed goods, pharmaceuticals, and industrial items. Also, multiple ODOP products were displayed at the World Economic Forum in January 2023 in the Indian Pavilion at Davos in Switzerland. Uttar Pradesh to launch agriculture business project. Why in news? The Uttar Pradesh government is preparing to launch a World Bank-funded agriculture business and entrepreneurship project worth 4,000 crore rupees aimed at boosting rural income. Key points. This initiative will benefit farmers, farm groups, and agro-micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, across 28 districts in eastern UP and the Bundelkhand region. The project is estimated to benefit 1 million farmers, including 30% of the rural women associated with agri self-help groups, SHGs. As part of the project, financial assistance will be provided to 100,000 fisher folk. Additionally, 500 farmers will be sent on international tours for training in advanced farming techniques. The government also intends to invest in high-yielding seed varieties and farm infrastructure, develop a digital platform for the agricultural sector, and help farmers tap into the carbon credit market to boost their income. Carbon markets. Carbon markets are essentially a tool for putting a price on carbon emissions. They establish trading systems where carbon credits or allowances can be bought and sold. A carbon credit is a kind of tradable permit that, per United Nations standards, equals 1 ton of carbon dioxide removed, reduced, or sequestered from the atmosphere. Carbon allowances or caps, meanwhile, are determined by countries or governments according to their emission reduction targets. Carbon trading started formally in 1997 under the United Nations Kyoto Protocol. Reactivation of anti-Romeo squads in Uttar Pradesh. Why in news? Recently, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath instructed the reactivation of the anti-Romeo squad teams. Key points. 3/4 The Chief Minister emphasized the need for a fear-free environment and prioritized women's safety, directing district-level officers to ensure public hearings and communication. 3/4 Anti-Romeo Squad. They were meant to curb eve-teasing and provide greater security to women. It aims to take action against boys found outside girls' colleges involved in eve-teasing and molesting girl students. But couples were stopped just for being spotted together, though the squad had no legal jurisdiction to stop them. NGT imposes fine for dumping solid waste. Why in news? Recently, the National Green Tribunal, NGT, has enforced a total ban on littering or dumping solid waste. State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024 11. Note: www.drishtias.com. In unauthorized areas of Uttar Pradesh, with fines for violations ranging from Rs. 5,000 to Rs. 50,000. Key points. 3/4 According to the court, the violator shall be liable to pay an environmental compensation of Rs. 5,000 for the first instance and Rs. 10,000 for further instances of littering or dumping of solid waste. If a bulk waste generator, concessionaire, urban local body, or any other individual is caught littering or dumping waste in bulk, a fine of Rs. 25,000 will be imposed for the first offense, and Rs. 50,000 for any subsequent offences. 3/4 The NGT passed the order on a petition on garbage being dumped on the embankment of the Rapti River causing water pollution. National Green Tribunal, NGT, 3/4 It is a specialized body set up under the National Green Tribunal Act, 2010 for effective and expeditious disposal of cases relating to environmental protection and conservation of forests and other natural resources. 3/4 With the establishment of the NGT, India became the third country in the world to set up a specialized environmental tribunal, only after Australia and New Zealand, and the first developing country to do so. 3/4 NGT is mandated to make disposal of applications or appeals finally within 6 months of filing the same. 3/4 The NGT has 5 places of sittings. New Delhi is the principal place of sitting in Bhopal, Pune, Kolkata and Chennai are the other 4. Ayodhya becomes a model solar city. Why in news? Recently, the Uttar Pradesh has achieved a 40 megawatts power generation capacity through a solar energy plant in Ayodhya. 3/4 Due to which Ayodhya achieved the prestigious designation of a model solar city under the Uttar Pradesh Solar Energy Policy 2022. Key points. 3/4 According to this policy, a solar city is defined as one where renewable energy plants can reduce the estimated total demand for conventional energy by at least 10%. Ayodhya has surpassed this benchmark, achieving double the required capacity. 3/4 The plant was set up by National Thermal Power Corporation, NTPC, Green Energy Limited near the Saryu River in the villages of Maja Rampur Halvra and Maja Sarairasi. The state government has leased 165.10 acres of land to NTPC Green Energy Limited for 30 years at the nominal rate of 1 rupee per acre per year to establish a solar power plant project. This plant will be purchased by Uttar Pradesh Power Corporation Limited, UPPCL, for 25 years at a cost plus determined tariff, leading to Ayodhya being declared a model solar city. Saryu River. 3/4 The Saryu is a river that flows through Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. 3/4 This river is of ancient significance as it is mentioned in the Vedas and the Ramayana. 3/4 The river is formed at the confluence of rivers Karnali and Mahakali. It is a tributary of river Ganges. 3/4 On Ram Navami, the festival that celebrates the birthday of Lord Rama, thousands of people take a dip in the Saryu River at Ayodhya. Uttar Pradesh Power Corporation Limited, UPPCL, 3/4 established on the 14th of January 2000, As the result of power sector reforms and restructuring in UP, which is the focal point of the power sector, responsible for planning and managing the sector through its transmission, distribution and supply of electricity. 3/4 It is a professionally managed utility supplying reliable and efficient electricity to every citizen of the state. 12 State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024. Note: www.drishtias.com. Uttar Pradesh gets permission for new medical colleges. Why in news? Recently, the National Medical Commission (NMC) granted permission to 7 new medical colleges and increased seats in 2 existing colleges in Uttar Pradesh. Key points: 3/4 permission has been issued for the autonomous state medical colleges in Bijnor, Bulandshahr, Kushinagar, Pilibhit, Sultanpur, Kanpur Dehat and Lalitpur, collectively having 600 MBBS seats. Additionally, the government medical colleges in Agra and Meerut have had their seat counts increased by 72 and 50, bringing the total to 200 seats at the Agra Medical College and 150 seats at the Meerut Medical College. National Medical Commission (NMC). 3/4 NMC is the apex regulatory body for medical education and practice in India. 3/4 It was established in 2020 by the National Medical Commission Act, 2019, replacing the Medical Council of India (AMCI). 3/4 It consists of 4 autonomous boards: the Undergraduate Medical Education Board, the Postgraduate Medical Education Board, the Medical Assessment and Rating Board, and the Ethics and Medical Registration Board. NMC also has a Medical Advisory Council, which advises the Commission on matters related to medical education and practice. 3/4 NMC is responsible for conducting and overseeing major screening tests, such as NEET UG, NEET PG, and FMGE. 3/4 It also regulates the standards and quality of medical education and training, the registration and ethics of medical practitioners, and the assessment and rating of medical institutions. 3/4 NMC has also achieved the prestigious World Federation for Medical Education (WFME) recognition, which means that the medical degrees awarded by the NMC are recognized globally. The WFME was founded in 1972 by the World Medical Association, the World Health Organization, and other organizations. Uttar Pradesh Assembly passes Love Jihad law. Why in news? Recently, the Uttar Pradesh Assembly passed the UP Prohibition of Unlawful Conversion of Religion Amendment Bill 2024, providing for a maximum punishment of life imprisonment to the offenders convicted under certain circumstances. Key points: 3/4 The law contains stringent provisions with regard to fraudulent or forced conversions. 3/4 It provides for 20 years imprisonment or life sentence if it was found that conversion had taken place under threat, promise of marriage or conspiracy. It was placed in the category of most serious crime under the bill. The bill allows any person to register in First Information Report (FIR) in cases related to religious conversion, not only parents, victims, or siblings. 3/4 These cases would not be heard by any court below the Sessions Court. Bill has also made the crime non-bailable. Anyone wishing to convert of their own volition for the purpose of marriage must submit an application to the concerned district magistrate 2 months in advance. State Anti-Conversion Laws. 3/4 Orissa, 1967, first state to enact a law restricting religious conversions, prohibiting forceful conversions and fraudulent means. State PCSCA Consolidation August 2024. 13. Note: www.drishtias.com. 3/4 Madhya Pradesh, 1968, introduced the Madhya Pradesh Dharma Swatantraya Adhiniyam, requiring notification to the district magistrate for any conversion activities under penalty of law. 3/4 Arunachal Pradesh, 1978, Gujarat, 2003, Chhattisgarh, 2000 and 2006, Rajasthan, 2006 and 2008, Himachal Pradesh, 2006 and 2019, Tamil Nadu, 2002 to 2004, Jharkhand, 2017, Uttarakhand, 2018, Uttar Pradesh, 2021, and Haryana, 2022. These states have enacted laws prohibiting various forms of religious conversions, with enhanced penalties for conversions involving SCs, STs, minors, and women. 3/4 Center stand. The Union Ministry of Home Affairs stated in an F. affidavit to the Supreme Court that the right to religion does not include the right to convert others, especially through fraudulent or coercive means. They referred to the Supreme Court's interpretation of Article 25 and emphasized that fraudulent conversion affects an individual's freedom of conscience and can disrupt public order. The center has not clarified if it will introduce a special law on religious conversions as requested in the petition. Uttar Pradesh to set up logistics clusters. Why in news? Recently, the Uttar Pradesh government has initiated the establishment of 33 integrated manufacturing and logistics clusters, IMLCs, along expressways in 30 districts. Key points: 3/4 IMLCs will be established along 5 major expressways: Ganga, Bundelkhand, Agra-Lucknow, Gorakhpur Link, and Purvachal. Additional land will be allocated for the defense corridor in Agra and Aligarh along the Agra-Lucknow expressway. Industrial corridors will be developed as IMLCs in Firozabad, Etawah, and Kannauj. 3/4 environmental and forest clearances are required for all scheduled projects. Uttar Pradesh Expressways Industrial Development Authority, UPEIDA, has initiated a request for proposal (RFP) process to select a consulting agency. The Uttar Pradesh Expressways Industrial Development Authority, UPEIDA, 3/4 it is an authority set up in 2007 by the government of Uttar Pradesh to develop expressway projects in the state. 3/4 the headquarters of UPEIDA is located at Paryatan Bhavan in Gomti Nagar, Lucknow. Key points details. Summary. Key points details. Summary.